Hello everyone, and I'm excited to talk to you and bring you, what was this called again? Sleeping Dogs. And honestly, it is a really cool looking game. I am super excited about it. I feel it will be better than the Grand Theft Auto 4, only because of the major problem with Grand Theft Auto 4 is actually it was the close combat. It was all just shooting. It was kind of, it didn't have its fun. It was more on the story, and that's kind of what the new GTA, for all good storytelling, it was not as fun. And honestly, this game, honestly, I was excited and concerned because honestly at first it started out as a new IP, then it got changed because Activision wanted to put it part of the True Crimes franchise, and that didn't bother me whatsoever. I'm like, okay, name recognition to get it. And then when they dropped it and then Square Enix picked it up, I was concerned, oh my goodness, they lost it. And then when Square Enix picked it up, I was super excited, and I was super excited because honestly, it seems like a very fun game. It seems to be taking the ideas of True Crimes, even if that was the company's original ideas were to emulate it. It was still a good idea, and the combat looks like a Batman style of combat, which with the over the top kung fu action. And I'm glad that they did bring this out, and that this is going to be released. It looks fun, as you can see actually in these videos, that the fighting actually looks realistic. It looks fluid. It honestly, I like the fact that you can also, as they say, you can use the environment to your advantage, because honestly, excuse me, using the environment just makes it seem that you're more into it. And also the fact that you can use weapons, objects, and honestly that really can change up a fight, make you also rethink of how to engage these people. And also, as you can see, also the environment is, unlike Grand Theft Auto where it was kind of clunky, you can also slide through it and slow down. And also the ability to disarm the weapons and use them against them. And I love the idea of disarming a person, so you can literally turn a huge fight that you have a disadvantage to your advantage and just kind of flick around and jump around and surprise the enemy and whatever they may be. And I'm glad they're also doing this over-the-top John Woo style action movie game, even though jumping from car to car seems a little overboard, but it's a lot. I'd rather have a fun game over the top than a super series, because we've kind of lost. We've moved to the super series on a lot of things, and it's like I'm glad that they are able to throw a little fun in there. And in the previous True Crimes, they also had the upgrade systems, which were fun to do. And I like the fact that you can do new moves, and even though there's a slight RPG effect that they claim that's in there, that's an okay idea. That's not a bad idea to go with the times of the game, that you get all these little moves and little perks for dressing up a certain way. But truth be told, that is not the biggest important thing. It's honestly the fact that you have I feel a fully fleshed world that is let me try that one more time. A fully fleshed out world where you can do what you want, fight, play games in the game. So it's kind of like Red Dead Redemption, where you could play poker or something like that. And honestly, this stat system that they were going to show in a second is kind of unique. Saving face, or pretty much putting up your creds in all areas, in how much you're respected. And it seems to be taking the idea of the earlier Grand Theft Auto, probably San Andreas, where you can take over areas. And what was that game? Not Just Cause, but the other one that was very popular. That was made by THQ. I'll remember it a little bit later on. But I like the idea. Saints Row, that was it. Thank you, Saints Row. I can't even remember to save myself. But I like the idea that they're allowing you to interact with your environment, and the environment seems to be it seems to have taken ideas from John Woo movies and Red Dead Redemption to have this over-the-top interactive environment, and these in the world that come more to life. And I'm glad that they have their series story plot that drives in a linear fashion. You go from A, B, C, and D. You don't have to worry, kind of like Red Dead Redemption, where you have the story, you could plow through it and do it what you wanted, but it also gave you the choice to plow, and it gives you the choice to kind of spread out, do side quests, because honestly, that's probably how you're going to upgrade yourself and go through the side missions. Because I feel that this game seems to be, for all the good the story will be, I feel the side missions will be a lot better, because they seem to be showing off several areas, and these areas seems to be very dense, and I would say fairly wide open, and I like the fact that it's well detailed, and that honestly the biggest thing is the combat. The shooting and the combat is going to be the major focus of this game, not the story. Kind of like Saints Row, that was the gun and gameplay and the over-the-top stuff that made it so fun, and I'm glad that they are bringing kind of a new flavor. It's nothing new, it's a GTA kind of esque feel to it, of this open world sandbox, even though GTA wasn't the first one who did it. But it's just like, I'm glad that this is being done, because it gives us a new game, I would say akin to what Red Dead Redemption did, of making you fall in love and enjoy such a world to explore. As Westerners, most of us don't get to see Hong Kong and stuff like that, and we can see stylized what the developers feel it looks like or feel it is. And the story is just enough to almost make you want to explore, and the side quests to make you want to explore the world and see the nooks and crannies, and then goof around and do crazy stuff. And honestly, I hope this is a good game. I feel it's going to be a really good game. I think it would be better than Grand Theft Auto. I know people are going to yell at me, no, it's never going to be better than Grand Theft Auto, but I think the reason why it's going to be better is the fact that it looks to be focusing on gameplay first and then story, because Red Dead Redemption had a story, but it was the gameplay that was the fun, the exploring, the seeing what's around corners, seeing, oh my god, and the gameplay was kind of what made you go, ooh, I can go to a new part, let's see what I can do there. And honestly, honestly, the action scenes seem to be the proper movie style, just enough to be slightly over the top, not the Call of Duty-esque explosions everywhere constantly, but enough where you can do things. And honestly, I believe there's probably going to be upgrades everywhere, not just with your character, probably with a vehicle, because you know what, if you're going to upgrade your character, you probably have the ability to upgrade your wheels and stuff like that. And honestly, I love to see what they do with the upgrade system, because honestly, I think it's just going to be more. There's seems to be a lot of context-sensitive stuff, and excuse me. And honestly, you probably can customize your character as you saw in those things. Even though they give you perks, I feel it's just going to be, even if it's just minor cosmetic and slight stat buffs, I don't feel it's going to be a massive, drastic thing. And honestly, I know I've been rambling, but I hope to see this game. I hope it does well, and I'm glad that Square Enix picked it up, and honestly, I'm glad that they're looking outside their RPG realm and delving into different areas, even if they are not the ones who initially started out, but picked it up later on, so it can be, so it can take off, and they're spreading the genres that they use wide open. I feel that's the best thing that they've done. Square Enix is a company, and I hope that they do more of this, because honestly, they did, I believe, Deus Ex, and that did exceptionally well, and I love to see new games and new IPs start and thrive, because it gives us, our community, more things to enjoy and play with. Thanks again, and good night.
It's gonna pay off for you.
Drenched in the blood and sweat of hard-boiled Hong Kong cinema, Sleeping Dogs creates a character as limitless as the world he inhabits. Wei is faced with an immense challenge. To survive undercover in the exotic and dangerous underbelly of Hong Kong, he'll have to keep his friends close and his enemies closer.